All right, this is my audience.
Some people, they like to live on the adventurous side. You know, you might find the girl or guy of your dreams on a dating website, whether that be Tinder, Bumble, Grinder, whatever it may be. So, you know, you guys meet up, you guys match, swipe right, swipe whatever you do. You guys meet up, you guys go out for a night to drink. You have 1, 2, maybe 3 drinks, you know, things are going really, really good for you, right? Then at the end of the day, she or he asks you back to their place. You may agree. Turns out it was an amazing night. You wake up, you reflect back on the night, you know, you guys had some great sex. But then after that, they're out the door and you don't hear back from them again. You may have been exposed to an STD. You may never hear from them again, and you may have to live with this for the rest of your life. Today I want to talk about STDs and why it's important to be informed to not only protect yourself, but to prevent the spread of these diseases. So I'm going to explain the problem with this and how mostly college students are the ones that are affected by this. Most importantly, I want to offer a solution to this. So STDs pass from person to person through sexual contact. They can basically affect anyone and everyone. They don't discriminate. So one of my health teachers once said, if you were to have an STD, you would wish to have either chlamydia or gonorrhea. The reason they said this is because with proper treatment, they can go away just like that. A doctor can prescribe the right treatment and it's like as if it never happened. You may have symptoms, of course, from the beginning. It may suck, may be painful, you know, get painful discharge. But with proper treatment, like I said, it can just go away. But other STDs are less forgiving. So according to a blog called Untreated STD, Worst Case Scenarios, if left untreated, something like gonorrhea in men can cause increased risks of the development of HIV. And in women, it would cause the scarring of the fallopian tubes, infertility, and even sometimes miscarriage. STIs, they're steadily on the rise, especially here in Washington, compared to most other states. There have actually been, according to the sexually transmitted disease profile of Washington State, in 2014 there have been a total of 34,000 cases reported, total STDs in the nation, or in Washington. Of that, the age group that falls mostly in this is 20 to 24 age range group, followed by 15 to 19. So we can accurately see that the problem is amongst us, college students. College is historically known to be a place and a time where people like to experiment and engage in promiscuous behaviors, says one blog according to Odyssey Online. So to avoid the risks and the problems of STDs, the solution, abstinence. I'm kidding, no, that's really not realistic. You know, some people, they do it based on religion, or a multitude of other factors, but most adults, most individuals don't really see that as a viable option. So we should just educate ourselves, and let's take a look at the prevention measures and resources. So some sample and simple solutions. According to the CDC, buying and using a condom isn't 100% effective for preventing STDs, but it sure does treat a lot. They're used to lessen the risks of contracting these STDs. We should take a look at the resources available. I found a website called condomfinder.org. If you have low income or don't have the resources needed to access these contraceptive measures, you can simply use a website and find free resources like Planned Parenthood where you can access these things. So let's just say you do have something, or you may think that you have something. You may have been exposed to an STD, you have sexual intercourse. The one thing I can recommend as well is to get regularly tested. And just to take advantage of the resources, you can go with your primary care provider, or you can go to free resources like Planned Parenthood. It's not as nerve-wracking as people may seem. This should be normalized in our society. We should feel comfortable going and get regularly tested. Things like this can help prevent the spread of STDs, definitely, drastically. So, like I said, it's not nerve-wracking. They're professionals. They're there to assist you. They care about you. They care about the people. They're going to ask you a series of questions. things like your age, the number of partners you've been, things that are strictly confidential by law. So you don't have to worry about them saying anything. It should be a place where you should be at ease. So by finding and using these resources, you're not only protecting yourself, but you're protecting others. You're lowering your chances of getting pregnant and contracting infections with something that people at this age are very, very susceptible to. But by getting tested, not only are you increasing how well you are informed about your own personal health, but also you can be sure and notify your potential partners or your partners that you are having sexual intercourse with about the status of your health. Because not only are you protecting yourself, but you can also be respecting them and their bodies. So now that you know the solution, which is to get tested, to use contraceptives, and to take advantage of the resources that we have, let's look at the potential benefits and consequences of this. So protecting pregnancy, protecting against it, protecting against STDs, they're not the same thing, but I've talked about how you can address both of those through contraceptives. Right now we're at a point where we're starting our lives. I'm 22. A lot of students here are around the same age, and the decisions that we make now can impact our lives starting here on out. So it's important that we be adults and make well-informed decisions about our health and about other people regarding infections. Also, our worries shouldn't be about infections, being anxious about we may have something or giving it to someone else. It shouldn't be about worrying, oh, did I get her pregnant? Am I gonna have a kid? It shouldn't be about that. We should be thinking about things that are not like that. So by practicing safe sex, you decrease your chances for both of these, and also you can still have fun. So in conclusion, it's important for college students to practice safe sex. I believe for everybody to practice safe sex. This can be done by finding resources that are available to you. And it's also available to people that want to protect themselves. So I'm not telling you to stop having sex whatsoever. Like I said, we should be responsible adults that make well-informed decisions about protecting, testing, and communicating. The relationships that we do have, we should foster those with, like I said, trust, communication, and we can all have great sex. We should learn to put ourselves first and our health first. And by doing this now, we can prevent ourselves future headaches in the future. Thank you.